Hey everybody, my name is Spencer, and in this video, sponsored in part by Ogre Crossing Games, I'm going to give you a preview of Alien Petshop, a 2 to 4 player dice placement and set collection game designed by Gregory Grimsby. Before we go any further, I need you to hit that subscribe button. You know what they say, every time a Spencer gets a sub, an angel gets his wings. Oh, and final disclaimer, since this is a preview, the components you see in the video are not final. If they were, there wouldn't be a need for a Kickstarter, would there? Well, let's talk about Alien Petshop, shall we? You know that toy series called The Littlest Pet Shop? Well, this is nothing like that, because players are actually competing to run the most efficient shop of aliens to sell. They do have one thing in common though. Cuteness. Look how cute they are. The eyes are so big and their bodies are so floofy and they're so cutie cute. Okay, now that that's out of my system, let's talk about the game. The goal is to have the most money or points at the end of 5 rounds. You'll do this by running an efficient pet shop. You need to buy the right alien pets, hire the right number of worker dice, gain the right mutations, and buy just the right kind of habitats to run what is essentially an efficiency engine to generate more and more money each round. And then points from secret goals, mutation awards, pets, and habitats are added to the total money of each player. Let's get into what all that looks like. First of all, there are 2 modes of play, easy and normal. There aren't actually huge differences between the two, but just enough to make the game more approachable for a younger audience, or someone who's new to gaming. Now these are the player boards that represent the pet shops. 4 sides are for the easy game, the other are for normal games. Everybody starts with a beginner pet to help out their initial income, and 2 worker dice to take care of the pets. There are 4 phases in each round: buy, worker, mutation, and sell. In the buy phase, players can buy more workers, habitats, and of course, the cutie-wootie alien pets. Pets will produce money and have various attributes and mutations, so you'll need to choose wisely and develop a strategy based on which ones you buy. In the worker phase, which can optionally be played simultaneously, players roll their worker dice and use them for various tasks around the pet shop. Before you resolve anything, you may have to deal with hazards you rolled. If you roll 1 or more hazard symbol, you must apply all the hazard effects in your pet shop, like this chomper makes you lose a coin if you roll it. But you only have to do it once, no matter how many hazards you roll. Luckily, you do have the option to reroll as many dice as you want to for the price of 1 coin. First, there's just an earn 1 coin spot where any value worker can go. Then there are the mutation spaces where workers can earn mutations for your pets. Each pet has a care cost, and the workers will be placed on each pet to, at the very least, match the value of the care cost. A pet with a care cost of 0 doesn't need a worker, but a pet with a care cost of 6 will need at least 2 workers to care for it. What happens if you can't care for an alien? Well, first of all, you also gain the title of jerk. But also, that pet can't earn you any money later in the round, and I'll explain that when we get there. Next is the mutation phase. Now, you'll get 1 mutation for each worker you place on the corresponding spaces. You can pick many of them, even 2 of the same type, and place them on aliens that have room for them. As long as they have an open slot like the one you see here, they can take another mutation. Again, even 2 of the same type. You want to choose mutations based on the available awards. There's an award for most of each type. For example, you get the award if you have the most of the cute mutation somewhere in your pet shop, but you must have at least 2. But as soon as someone has more of the particular mutation, they'll steal the award from you and keep it until you steal it back if you have more than what they now have. You want those awards because they give you points at the end of the game. The final phase of the round is called the sell phase, in which players will sell stuff. Or aliens, more precisely. Each alien that was cared for now has an offspring that customers may pay for. Actually, they do pay for them. There's no uncertainty there. Doesn't matter how ugly it is, someone still wants it. Unlike me in high school. You'll get coins equal to the cost of the aliens along with any bonuses from habitats or the sell goods spot on your player board. After some small cleanup, players will go right back to the buy phase in a brand new round. After the 5th round, final totals are calculated, including the money earned and stars from the aliens and habitats. Whoever has the most points is declared the winner. I've always thought that was a funny phrase to imagine in real life. Does anyone ever really declare someone a winner? I, host of Game Night, do hereby declare Lara the winner of Alien Petshop. Or is it more like declaring bankruptcy?
I declare bankruptcy!
Regardless, that's generally how Alien Petshop is played. You may have been able to determine based on the words I declared if the game is a good fit for you or someone you might be buying it for. If you're still unsure, I'm here to help you be for sure. And here are some points to consider. Now, the game is relatively easy to learn. There are some what have come to be standard mechanisms in use, so people who have played hobby games for years will find familiar elements like worker placement, dice placement, and set collection. If you're unfamiliar with these terms or will be playing with people who are, well, this is a great way to introduce them. It's a very approachable game with a fun theme and easy to learn rules. Those looking for a brain-burning challenge, well, this may not fill your cup of tea. That said, if that's you, you probably aren't the target audience. Who is the target audience? I don't know, I didn't create the game. But the range is for 11 and up. I do think that could go even younger though. Like my 8-year-old daughter shouldn't have any trouble. I think it just depends on their familiarity of the hobby. Just consider, it's a game about curating a cuddly collection of cute aliens. Not to say that Macho Man Steve wouldn't enjoy it, just want to help you set expectations. It's a pretty quick game too. For 2 players, it's probably about 30 minutes. I don't see it going any longer than an hour for 4 players, but that just depends on who you're playing with. So hopefully that helps make your decision a little bit easier. I will say this, from the cuteness overload, to the dice placement mechanism, to the chaos of the unpredictable aliens, to the battling for control of the awards, there's a lot to enjoy about Alien Pet Shop. While I may not be the target audience, it's just a tad too light for my taste, I definitely have enjoyed my plays of this. To help me prove my point, I've created a playthrough video with my wife Lara, where we play through an entire game of Alien Pet Shop. You'll get to see each and every dumb mistake I make, and whether or not they affected the final outcome of the game. I'll link to it up here, and in the description of the video. Otherwise, that about does it for this video. If you have any questions about gameplay or my social life in high school, feel free to ask them in the comments below. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, it certainly can't hurt to do so now. If you don't subscribe, well, I can't make any promises about your safety. Until next time, don't take the board game hobby too seriously, just lighten up.